So there are different formulations of blush that you can use, and here are some tips on how to use it. So the first blush I want to talk about is powder blush. With this, I like to use some sort of angled blush brush. This one's really nice. It's a synthetic brush. You can actually just take a little bit. It depends on the kind of blush you're using. Some blushes are very pigmented, so one tap is fine and you actually tap it off. So we're gonna take this kind of right by where the jawbone starts. And you don't want to go so far underneath because that's where we were contouring, but just slightly on top of this bone here. And then I like to brush forwards. And if you smile, this is kind of where the apple of the cheek is. So that's where you'd want to stop. And I just like to blend it backwards and down slightly. The other trick, the 2-finger trick, you don't want to go in too far towards the nose area. You can even do like where the pupil is on the eye. You don't want to go past that. So whatever works for you, smiling, putting the fingers up there, looking at your pupil, just making sure it's blended. I'm using kind of like a peachy color on her. It's a nice daytime color, but still gives her a little pop. And you don't want to bring it too far down either. We're kind of just keeping it right on top here. So that's a really quick, easy way to use powder blush. And now we'll talk about cream blush. So the blush that I have is a Stila convertible color. You can actually use these on your lips and cheeks, which is kind of cool. This color I like a little bit better for cheeks, but it's very nice for everyday use. So I'm actually just kind of taking little dabs, placing it in the same area where we had put the other blush, not going too far in. It looks a little crazy now, but we're just gonna keep blending it with our fingers. And I like to blend it outwards toward the back of the face and then downwards a little bit. And these are really nice. They're very buildable, so you might want to just keep adding a little bit by little bit. And I just take a little bit on my pointer finger. There we go. Working it backwards and downwards. Really simple. Make sure that it's blended and looks seamless. Sometimes cream blushes can be a little bit hard to blend, but just take your time. That's all it needs. All right, and that is how to use blush.